Yeah.
Okay. So access XPaths. So last class we have seen XPath concepts. So I don't know how many of you practiced that. So if you haven't practiced, please do a practice. Yeah, I say good progress. Nice. So this is the one in the interviews. They will give you one website. They will ask to write the XPaths. So practice more on how to write XPaths for different websites. So it's a common interview question, that one. So that's why if you by heart, it doesn't work out. You practice your own different websites. You write your own experts. That will give you much confidence to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now last one, access experts. So we'll see following and preceding, these two things. Let me show you. So this is the website. That scenarios you can replicate. You can go to checkboxes. You check the checkboxes. Okay. So you are getting the values, right? These are dynamic. If you check this value is coming. So how can you identify this one? This is the dynamic. We cannot hard code these values. So based on this is the constant. Based on this text, you can identify this dynamic text. So that time, if you see, if you want to identify element after the base text, this is the base text after any element if you want to identify. So we need to use a following concept. Following when you can use. So if you are identifying an element after the base node or base element, then use following. So the syntax is // tag name square bracket text function equal to base element text, then / following is as target tag name. So you have to give target tag name. Or you write the XPath, any XPath. So following is as target tag name. If the tag is duplicate, you can use index. So that's the following means. And preceding, if you are identifying any element before the base node element, then use preceding concept. So // tag name square bracket text function equal to base element text. So preceding this element before you want to identify, then you will use preceding. So this element after you want to identify, you will use following. Okay. Preceding means before, following means after. So preceding is as tag name, you have to give a position. So these are the two. An ancestor is something tree structure if you have. If you're the parent of the child, then you will use the ancestor. If you are identifying an element above the base node element, then use ancestor. So ancestor is basically you are finding the ancestor of this child. So that is the purpose of ancestor. Descendant means if you are identifying an element below the base element, then you will use a descendant. So ancestor, descendant, these are all very important concepts. Okay, I have given so many examples. Please go through them once and you will get a better idea. So let's practice this first. See, I will identify this element first. My base text. So I already told you, you have to use a normalize hyphen space or a contains. Contains text also fine. Control F. So double forward slash span square bracket normalize hyphen space equal to single quote. So this is the first base element we are identifying. You can see still it is not identifying. Maybe we made a mistake here. Yes, I think. Or we missed colon space colon. This is not identifying.
Normalize no, sir. Normalize no, sir.
Yeah, that's what we missed that typo. Okay. So now it is recognizing, right? See, one of one. From using this base element, you can use following is as. So what is the tag name for this element? So just spy on that. So span.
Span.
So that's it. There are four, but yeah, if you want a unique, just wrap this entire thing in the brackets like this. Then put index 1. See, exactly the correct one will identify. So this is how you can identify. If multiple elements are there with the XPath, you can wrap that in the parenthesis, entire XPath, then give in the square bracket the index. Which index one you want. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. How many elements are there? Based on that, you provide index. So that is the how to write the following concept. So let me show you one more radio button. Right? So why, sir, you are using that and you cannot use ID and name? This website, ID and name dynamically changes. So you should not use ID and name in this website. If you use, it won't work. So you should not use ID and name. ID and name are dynamically changes. So I already told you dynamically changing things we cannot use to identify ID name. You have to use CSS selector and Xpath concepts. That's why we are using this access experts. Access experts basically table kind of thing. If you want to represent, you will use that table data based on one base element, and either before and after you can identify the base element text. So now you see this, you need to identify this radio button. But this radio button, if you want to identify, they provided some input type ID, but this ID dynamically changes and this name also dynamically changes. See, observe, if you use this, what will happen? I'm going to use ID, right? See this, 3 matches are there. That is also another bigger problem. But refresh the page. Next time that won't be there. See, now it is different. See, it is not identifying. Now it is different. T4. Now that time KD8NJ. So every time it changes ID and name. So that's why we should not use ID and name. Then how can I identify? There is no ID, there is no name, there is no class. Nothing is working. Then how can I identify this? So to identify that, the first identify this label name for this control. That is performance. So text is constant, right? So this text is constant. See, this is a label. So I can use a label tag. Use the label tag. Text function equal to performance. See, exactly it identifies the text. Now, but the radio button is performance before, right? Before means I told you to use preceding is as. So what is the tag name for this radio button? What is the tag name for radio buttons?
Label, sir.
Hmm.
1 second, sir. One-
First of all, this HTML theory you have to be very strong, Andy. Which element, which tag is there in the HTML, you should know that. If that
Radio
is
button.
not there, it's going to be difficult. Selenium also it's a difficult. Radio buttons is going to have, I already told these concepts, input,
Input.
checkbox, input box, button, check boxes, radio buttons are going to have input tag.
Input.
So you should not forget all these things, okay? These are basics. Basics, if you forget, nobody can help you. See, exactly it identifying the radio button. Why input 1? Performance before. This is the one input tag. This is another input tag. This is another input tag. But I want first input tag. So that's what I have given input of 1. So this is the following and preceding concepts of being. Even you can try this one. I'll give you more examples. Heroku app website. This Heroku app website you go, sorted data tables, and this one. For example, I want JSON email, JSON due amount, JSON edit I want to identify, or delete I want to identify. How can you identify all this? Or I want a JSON last name. How can you identify? So this is another very important concept. So can anyone tell me? So JSON, let's say text. So identify the text. So // what is the tag name for JSON?
TD, sir.
TDs.
Square bracket text function equal to single quote. So now JSON is identified. Then I want email, following I have to use. Following is as, so the email is TD1, TD2, TD3. So I have to give TD3. So exactly it will identify that one. TD3. Which one it is recognizing? Oh, so email means TD1 only. Yeah, TD1. So JSON after how many TDs? That's you need to count here. See, JSON after first TD only. If you want a due amount, second TD, you give TD2. See now due amount. If you want website, you give 3. But if you want edit also TD is there? No, A tag is there. So what you need to do? You have to give A. So it will identify first A tag, that is, so JSON. So there are 2 JSONs, that's why it is complaining. Yeah, so You can wrap and put it in the square bracket first one, or you can give a table. This is the one table, this is another table, and table 1, so you have a table ID, table 2, right? Same way you have a table ID, you can use this one otherwise. So simply I can give table square bracket @ID equal to single quote. That's it. See, now it is unique. So see, table after you have so many, right? I didn't write all of them. See, table after so many. T body is there, TR is there, but directly I have written TD. How? //1. Table after all of them, I'm skipping with a //. You can skip like that. Okay. So this is how you can write uniquely for each. One level up you go, and so do a relative XPath. It will identify easily. Okay. So this is the another best example we are going to do. To make sure you practice this website also. Yeah, that's all about all the locators. I covered all the locators: ID, name, class name, XPath, CSS selector, tag name, link text, partial link text. These are all the locators we have covered already. Now, sir, is there any other way to generate instead of writing these XPaths? Yes, there are some plugins. So don't trust on plugins. What will happen in the interface? They won't allow you to use them. Only in the work you can use them, but not in the interface. Main problem is for you have to chase the interview. You have to clear the interview. If you want to clear the interview, you need more practice. Once you get a confidence, then you go for the tools. Without writing, you don't know how to write the XPath, and directly you are using a tool means you will miss that. But I'll introduce some of the tools. Okay. So what are the tools available? So if you see this, suppose I want to identify this element. How can you identify? See this? A tag class is there. So in the browser itself, it will give you CSS selector and XPath. How? Just right click on this, copy. See, copy selector, copy XPath. So let me copy selector, then paste it. Control F you do, paste it. See, you got a very big CSS selector. This is the relative CSS selector. So it started from top. So you can see where it started. It started from here. From here it started. Div, again next div app, then div. So this is the arrow mark down, right? That only they consider here. Next div nth child of 3. So that means this div after you have div, right? Third child, then div dot well till here reached it, and then div dot pull the pull right greater than a. So here, see, this is how he has written a relative CSS selector. And XPath, right click, copy the XPath. So this is the XPath. Same, they have written in CSS and now they are writing in the XPath. Okay. So now see for example, this one. See, now you have a class, placeholder, name, ID. So if you take ID and directly you will get a copy Xpath. So Control F, see that. You will get automatically. These are all formulas we have seen, right? // instead of tag name you can put a star, square bracket, @ID equal to email. So one way to generate the XPath and CSS is you identify the element, then right click on this HTML tag, copy, CSS selector or XPath. This is the one option. There is one more plugin. Directly you can install plugin. Everybody, can you all install this? So open your google.com. Google.com. So just type very good tool, this one, Selectorshub. So you will get so many advantages with this. So you have a Selectorshub Xpath. So Xpath plugin for Chrome browser. Any one of them you take. So just install. I got already installed. That's why. So Xpath helper. So you will get it installed. Install it. So how can you use that? You open a plug, these extensions, plug it. So this is the Selectorshub. So you pin it so that it will appear here. Okay, it will appear here. Now, how to recognize? See that. So right click, inspect. So you can expand here Selectorshub. So this is the one. How to see? It will give you CSS. Observe this carefully. It will give you just copy. That's it. Even you can write the XPath here also. CSS. So nice thing is one element matching. See, it is highlighting here. That's the beauty of this Selectorshub. And even you can use XPath, index XPath. This is the another one. Okay. So jQuery, JSPath, ID, name, class name. See, everything it is providing. Absolute XPath, tag name, all it is going to give you. Okay. So this is a very good tool. You can use this one. So any element you just right click. So just right click, inspect. So automatically you will get that thing. Just copy, just copy. See that? So it is highlighting there. So one element matching. So this is the very good tool you should have in your Firefox browser extension. Install this. Are you all done? Installation. It should be very quick. It should not take more time.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. So how to use also, just try open a one Firefox, one facebook.com or linkedin.com.
Okay, sir.
Just go and see, for example, I want to identify this login button. So where it is not visible, right? Then you click on this arrow mark, okay? You will find here, Selectorshub. That's how we enable it. Now we can identify anything. Okay, see input tag, square bracket, attribute name equal to attribute value. Same they use it in the XPath also. See index XPath also. So test rigor XPath, jQuery, all this they provided a class name. Okay. This is how
Sure,
we
sir.
can identify your elements very easily. And there is one more. Let me give you last one. So TruePath. Another one is TruePath. All our formulas are given here. This is the very useful one. So go to Chrome Web Store. Set same way in the Google Chrome Web Store. Click on this. So this is the one you can use. Nice. It will give you another very good tool to create a XPath. Right? So Xpath on click. Suppose you just right click. See relative XPath. It will give you all types of XPaths here. See? You can copy any of them. So for example, I want to take this one. See, it will open a small pop-up. You can copy this XPath here. You see, copy. So this is the one. This will be copied. And you can use that one. See, here also you can use. You can check whether that is working on them. See, one element matching. It is the one identified. So even TruePath also very useful one. You can see relative XPath. See, XPath with ID href. XPath with name, class, name, title. See, class contains class contains, so dot, forget password, text they have given. Any one you can choose. See, just copy it. See, forget password. Okay, it is highlighting here. Either you can check in the browser or you can check here also. See, even in the browser if you want to check. So Control F. So open here in the bottom side. See, it is highlighting. So that is the how you can identify the elements. Okay. So that's it, guys. Please have all these plugins. That really helps you a lot. So let's join back and we'll discuss Selenium project. How to write a small program, and I will show you that.